Imagine getting suspended for something your manager approved, only to get a call from your desperate boss days later, begging you to come back because the restaurant is falling apart without you. Yeah, that happened to me, and let's just say, I made sure they never took me for granted again. If you've ever been blamed unfairly or felt overlooked despite doing your best, then hit that like button and subscribe because this story, it's all about quiet strength and unexpected justice. It was a regular Monday night, and I was wrapping up my shift at the restaurant where I'd been working for quite some time. I had built a solid reputation, always on time, polite, dependable, and I often got compliments from customers. Some of them even mentioned me by name in their Google reviews. That meant a lot to me, but lately I had been feeling exhausted, just run down from the constant pace. So I asked my manager, Jake, if I could get my Tuesday morning shift covered. Just a little break to rest and breathe. Jake didn't think twice. No worries, he said. The new girl is coming in to train. Lunch rush is always slow. We'll be fine. I thanked him, felt relieved, and headed home, looking forward to a quiet morning for once. Tuesday came, and I stayed in bed a little longer. I made myself a real breakfast, something other than coffee and toast. Watched a bit of TV. It felt good to just slow down. Then my phone buzzed. It was Mike, the owner. Mike is known for being high-strung. He's the kind of guy who paces behind the line when the kitchen gets backed up, always wired, always intense. He messaged me, asking why I wasn't at work. I calmly explained that Jake told me not to come in, since the new trainee was scheduled. But Mike didn't want to hear it. She's not trained yet, he snapped. And you didn't get someone to cover your shift officially. So as far as I'm concerned, you didn't show up. You're suspended for a week. I was stunned. I had asked in advance. I had gotten approval. I followed the rules. But instead of arguing, I just replied, "All right, I'll see you next week." And with that, I suddenly had an entire week to myself. At first, I wasn't sure what to do with it. But then, I realized I could just breathe. I spent time with my boyfriend, visited friends, caught up on reading, watched movies, and slept like I hadn't in months. It was peaceful. Then Friday night rolled around. My phone rang. It was Mike. But this time he didn't sound angry. He sounded tired, defeated. I could hear the restaurant noise in the background. Plates clinking, people shouting, total chaos. "Hey, any chance you could come in tonight? We're really short-handed. It's been rough." I paused for a moment. "I thought I was still suspended," I said gently. "Well, yeah, but this is kind of an emergency. We need you." "I think I should sit out the full week, just like you said," I replied. There was a long silence. He tried again. "What about Saturday? Or maybe Sunday brunch?" I kept my tone calm. "Sorry, I should respect the suspension." And that was that. I came back the next Monday, and it was like the air had shifted. Jake greeted me with an overly bright smile like nothing had ever happened. Mike wouldn't even look me in the eye. And my coworkers, they were suddenly so kind, more than usual. It was like they were relieved I was back. I found out later that the weekend had been a mess. Not enough servers, long wait times, tables walking out. Even the kitchen staff had been pulled out to help cover the floor. And all of that happened because I wasn't there. I didn't gloat, I didn't rub it in, but I think they finally saw it. They saw what I brought to the team, how smoothly things ran when I was on shift, how much I supported the staff and the flow of service. Since then, things have been different. Jake is more careful with scheduling. Mike watches his words, and everyone treats me with more respect. I never raised my voice. I never made a scene. I just stepped away when I was told to and let reality play out. And when I returned, they finally understood my value. Sometimes, the strongest thing you can do is nothing at all. Let people feel what it's like without you, and when you come back, they'll treat you the way they should have all along.